Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all again. And today I have a very interesting theme for you. I'm actually doing a live astrological reading for a client whom I'm meeting for the first time. For obvious reasons, I am not going to mention his name, but I can tell that it's a male. He is in India currently, and I'm not going to reveal his date of birth or time of birth. Not all those intimate details. But I will show you his chart, which will appear on the screen now. So that is his chart. And of course, you can see the Navamsa and the other divisional chart. And also the placement of the planets, Rasi Lagnam. You can see what it is. Yeah, so he is definitely a Mithuna Raasi native. So obviously he's going through a challenging Ashtama Sani. So as the title of the video dictates, we are talking about challenges of someone who is going through a severe level of Ashtama Sani. So I am just going to simply call this person Sir. As I mentioned, I'm not going to reveal his name. So yeah, so sir, welcome, and it is very nice of you to actually agree to doing this interview with me. As you can imagine, we are going to help other Mithuna Rasi natives who are actually experiencing similar challenges, but they are unaware actually that they're going through such a challenging sunny period. So could you just say a bit about your background without going into much, and what are the challenges you have been facing since January 2020?
Okay, great. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, Mr. Velu. And this is my first experience as well.
Mhm.
And if this is going to help many others, then I would like to be one of the contributors. And from that perspective, also one of the reasons why I agreed for this meeting. Basically, I come from an administration background. I have worked in a couple of MNCs, and later I started my own business into education and training. And recently, I have completed my life coach certification, and currently I am working as a life coach freelancer.
Mhm.
This is how the whole thing is all about. And if you come to the things from 2020, yes, from March 2020 onwards, things are pretty bad.
Mhm.
Uh, I was having a couple of clients for whom I was working as a business coach. So those clients are gone, and my company got into some issues, and I'm out of it, of course, but then the company is closed. And after that, lot many places I have not fared well, which I did. If you see me say, doing the same thing in 2018-19, I was quite good, but 2020 has not been so good. Rejections are
Mhm.
very high.
Mhm.
And almost from 2020 till now, I am basically kind of no assignments, no earning kind of situation. And any amount of representations, I'm not able to make it effectively. And
Mhm.
day by day, I feel jittery when I have to go and meet uh, clients or
I see.
present myself, especially group chats and things like that. I'm not able to perform much better, in the sense that I keep losing on words, sentences, and
Yes,
suddenly thoughts are getting blocked as if my mind is going something like that.
I see. I see. Okay. All right. Thank you for the explanation of your experience since last year. So since you are Tiruvadri, which is a star owned by Rahu. And I'm just going to put the your chart view again,
Yeah.
which will appear now. And for the audience can see that your Rahu and Savai, which is Mars, they are kind of conjuncted in the same house, which is the house number 11, right? Which is the house of Labam or profit. So Tiruvadare, Rahu's star, with the close conjunction with Mars, in fact. So Mars and Rahu, they are like 6 degrees apart. So Rahu is very comfortable in that house. In fact, that is the house of Dhanusu. Magaram.
Makaram.
Magaram. So Magara Rasi is Capricorn. And Sani is actually going through that house right now. Right. And obviously, like you said, Vakustanam, your speech, communication is affected. You know what to say, but the words are not coming out.
Yes.
Mithuna Raasi, which is Gemini. So the word Gemini itself, we know it is twin, right? It is two-faced. So you are of two minds. So that is where your moon is right now, you know, Sandhiran. So Sandhiran, the moon represents your mind and is sitting in the house of Gemini. And so it is how it is. So the simplest way to say it is, in the morning, you think one way. By the evening, you think something else. For example, in the morning, you're very energetic, positive. In the evening, everything just goes downhill. You're very negative. No one has told anything to you. No one has come about during lunchtime and say that you can't do it. Your own mind is playing this trick on you, right? So in other words, you are your own worst enemy. Now, in your case, Rahu and Savai, or Mars, they are in the same house, and Rahu is the head of a snake. Again, the tongue of a snake, if we all can imagine it, it is a forked tongue, you know, it is a double tongue. It says one thing, it can say the other thing at the very next second. So you have no idea what you're saying. In other words, your words are not coherent, right? And because of that, at this time, Ashtama Sani time, people are not in favor of trusting you, because they feel like, oh, this person is going to say A. If I go and approach this person tomorrow, he's going to say B, you know, completely foregoing A. That is one thing. The other thing is, Rahu is the head of a snake, and that's where the poison is, the venom. And Ketu is the tail. So Ketu is a more passive kind of snake. Rahu is the venomous part of it. And obviously, he has poisoned your speech, poisoned your labam, house number 11, right? So profits, as you say, is going down because you are losing clients anyway, right? Clients who are also in, for example, government-based clients. Your enemies, most like, I'm using the word enemy here in a broad context. Actually, it means the one who's giving you most challenges. Definitely Mithuna Raasi natives, or anyone, any Ashtama Sani native, can be Mithuna Raasi, Kadagam, Mesham, anyone who's going through Ashtama Sani. Challenges would be given by other people, whether it's your spouse, your boss, general public, people who are in the law, police, lawyers, legal entities, court, you know, that's the time you'll have a lot of court cases. In your case, I can see, because Suryan is in the second house from Rasi, and the second house is Kadaga Rasi. And Kadaga Rasi represents the mother, you know, it's feminine energy, females. So elderly females, bosses, people of authority who are females. are the ones who are giving you the most amount of obstacles, challenges, and you feel that you can't talk to them, you can't penetrate them. They are the ones who are putting you up at the corner and challenging you. And my advice for the moment, at least, I mean, you are already slightly more than halfway through your Ashtama Sani. You are in the peak now.
Yes.
So the strain is the heaviest now. The burden on your shoulders is heaviest now. What does that mean? That means don't try anything new. Don't go into anything new. This is the time that if you are driving, this is the time that speeding tickets, speeding fines are most likely to come now. You're going to make traffic errors, traffic mistakes, because you have to get entangled with the court. Because Rahu and Savai is looking directly in your chart, in your Rasi chart. They are looking directly at the second house, where Suryan, and of course there's Buddhan and Ketu there. But Suryan itself represents government, because Suryan is the king, right? Is the king of the system, the solar system. So king in those days, when the Rasi chart was, when Vedic astrology was built about 3,000 years ago, that was a government. Government itself didn't exist. We had kingdoms, right? We have Raja and we have the Zamindars of old. Nowadays we have government. So you're going to get entangled with government, and you're going to, by your own tongue, your own speech, you are going to get into trouble. And you should avoid as much as you can with entanglement with people of authority, people who are elderly than you, even though you know that what they're saying is wrong. Just let it happen. Just like, yes, I understand, and I honor your experience, your advanced age. Knowing full well what they are saying is complete contradiction to the truth or the fact. This is not a time to be flexing your muscles of, oh, I know I'm right and I will fight my way through till the end. Ashtama Sani is a point of time where, even though you're right, it will make sure that you fall, and you get the blame of it. So this is the point of time where Vakustanam, your speech has got no value, and confidence is near zero.
Yes.
I can imagine that since you are losing clients for about a year plus gradually from last year, how has it affected your confidence?
Confidence is not there, to be very frank. And as I already told you, I feel very anxious to go on meet anyone or talk to anyone. Especially when I'm talking in a place where either I'm looking out for employment or I'm looking out for assignment. My voice goes down. I have to put a lot of effort to get my voice out. The sound I'm talking about. And then of course confidence is not there, and words sometimes I forget, sentences I take a lot of time searching for right word to speak. All this was not happening actually. But I'm seeing it happening since April 5th onwards, I can say correctly.
Okay, so I can see based on your chart.
That is when I noticed myself struggling like this.
April of last year, you mean?
Yes.
I see. Okay. Let us analyze your level of Sani. Obviously, Ashtama Sani, the one planet that dictates term is Sani. So that means your Dasa and Bhukti can be your best Dasa and Bhukti of your life right now. But because you're going through Ashtama Sani, it is being put on hold. It is not going to let that energies come through your spine. So I always mention that the nakshatras that's supposed to work for you, that frequency of that star should bounce off the planet in charge and then come through your spine, and you behave that way, or you attract certain things. For example, if a guru's nakshatra is happening, you naturally, you will attract gold, because guru represents gold. I mean, gold as in income, money, right? But that if it is your very good dasa bhakti, but unfortunately, if Ashtama Sani is kicking in, it is not going to happen. Speaking of which, I'm going to show into the screen now that you're going through Buddhan Dasa and Sandra Bhukti, which is the moon. So Buddhan is Mercury. That is the lord of your Rasi. That's your Rasi lord, Mithuna Raasi. So it is an interesting bit, because Mercury itself represents communication, speech, right? And it is interesting that the moon and Mercury, which is speech and the mind, are both happening, but it's suspended now. It is not, that energy is just not going through your spine. It's coming all the way close to you. But the energy going through your spine is 100% Sani's energy. So what does that mean? That means if Sani's energy wasn't here, you would be the best speaker right now, right? Your words will flow like honey, right? People get attracted to what you're saying. Your method of using the proper words, you can think of this. Just before Ashtama Sani, you're able to attract clients better than your assistant, manager, the PR staff that you have in your organization. If it comes to you, you will definitely win the clients over. You've got the power of speech, right? And again, second house of Rasi is where Suryan is. Suryan represents authority. You have a very, very profound, authoritative voice. Unfortunately, right now, Suryan and Sani, they are in complete opposite poles of each other. They are mortal enemies, right? So when Sani is taking over, Suryan just shrinks to the background. Right now, what does that mean? That means you are in the blind spot of your voice, in the blind spot of the authorities. That means if there are 10 cars going through and all 10 cars are getting summoned, traffic summon, but they will bypass all the 9, the one that will come, it is to you. You are the one who's going to get caught. So that is one way to look at it. So Suryan is in the second house. For Buddhan Dasa, well, powerful voice, but right now it is utterly diminished. Let me just put it that way. But again, looking at your chart, your Sukran and your Sandran, Moon and Venus, they are in the 4th house. Right? 4th house is the house where their positional strength is the highest. So the Moon and Venus, so they have got Digbala strength. So because the Moon represents the mind as well, right? And Sukran represents fine things, not just food, but fine food, right? Artistic things, sweet things, right? So your mind is all about, I should experience the fine things of life. If I want to study, because the house of Gemini, where they are, Mithuna Raasi, Gemini, is owned by Mercury. Very intelligent individual you are. You want to know for a particular subject, let's say mathematics. You want to know everything about that chapter, right? 100% you want to, you don't want to leave any stones unturned. You want to know everything. If there are at the end of the chapter, they have the problems and questions at the end. You are the kind of person who does every single problem. Right? Very strong mathematics, very strong sense of artistic value, and very strong sense of communication. In your organization, before you went into your own business, even when you were employed in the past, your management would have come to you because you know how to articulate complex technical things into easy to understand. In a the layman can understand. So you
Very
are the
true.
go-to person, right? And you are very strong. That is something you're going to carry lifelong. Unfortunately, now it is in the blind spot. So there's a whole huge shadow sitting on it. What does that mean? Now you feel you are not going back into that profession anymore, into that vocation. You are looking at other things which are not that, which are not communication with. You should be in communication. You should be in people management, people linkage. That's you. Unfortunately, right now, the very problem, that is why I have managed to pick up your chart for interview, because it is odd that Ashtama Sani is the one that gets you trouble because of your mouth. And you are the kind of person who has to make a living with your mouth, with your communication.
Exactly.
Yes. So you are now stumped. You don't know what to do, right? Very good writing skills also. Right
I'm
now,
doing.
yeah, if you write something, that paper that you have wrote, that article goes into the bottom of the stack. It's not at the top. And yours can be the best article written. Again, it's in the blind spot. So this is what I can see in Ashtama Sani. And of course, the other things are that you and your siblings very bad rivalry, and like a cat and mouse, and just you meet at functions, a party, a hi, bye, and that is just like friends more than siblings. Okay, is there anything that you like to say about the things that we spoke about?
Yes, one thing you rightly said was I am the person who is making a living from mouth speaking, and that is what has got affected now.
Yes.
That I understand. But the issues that I have been dealing with is there for quite some time, much before 2020 as well. So that is where I sometimes don't understand what is happening in my life,
Right. Just
because in business I have lost almost everything what I earned in 15 years of my employment life. I am the first generation entrepreneur,
in your
and
family.
then 15 years I worked for a corporate at a very top level, and if not top level, at least mid senior level. And then I invested all that money in business. And then I am doomed completely.
I see.
Although my horoscope, when I was born, I was born in although Karnataka, but my horoscope was written by a Tamil Pandit in Salem.
I see.
So he has written on the horoscope that Poomedail Poilam Rajayogam.
Yes.
He has written like that. But we all wonder, what has he written? What did he mean by writing that? Why your life is from 2010 onwards? It has been 2015. From 2010 it started. 2015 onwards, it has been a very, very, very upheaval task. Currently, totally bankrupt kind of situation.
I see.
Depending on people whom I usually don't like to take help from.
Okay. Okay. I'm opening up your Dasa Bhukti.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through your chart before Ashtama Sani. Let's look at the chart in general, your Rasi chart, when you were born. I can understand why the Pandit in Salem has got a lot of astrologers, in fact. And they have a lot of astrologers who like what you just said, they sing into rhymes, and and then they will place the stars in here and there. Then they will say in a broad statement, this person is going to live like a king. I can tell you why. Looking at your chart, your Laknam, it's Meena Laknam, which is owned by Guru, Jupiter.
Guru.
And Jupiter is looking at its own house, looking at Sani, and looking at Mercury, Surya, and Ketu. Right? All the important planets to help you. Now, that is one thing. They are thinking that because it's looking at the Laknam, this person will be fine, but it's completely missing your Rasi, which is your mind. Okay, so that we will take note of that, and let me explain what it means.
Okay.
If something looks, if a positive planet like Guru or Sukran, Venus, looks at your Lagna, especially Guru is 100%, it's a benefic planet. The direct opposite is Sani. Sani is 100% negative planet, malefic. Its only plan for you is to give you hardship. That is Sani. Guru, its only plan, its only intention is to help you, is to bless you. That's why in Tamil we say Guru Parve Kodi Nanme, right? A billion blessings. When Guru looks at it, he is looking at your ascendant. Now, that is one part of the story. But Guru Dasa must happen. Guru's timetable must happen for the ascendant to be brightened up by Guru's sight, drishti. So when did that happen? 1979 to 1995.
It's over.
It is over. But that was your best time of your life. You had very nice growth. Your energies helped your siblings, but they were a bit more slower than you in growth. But you were creative, you were quick, you were the studious type. You read the textbook once, everything, and you were like the favorite student in your school and all that. Your teachers favored you, right? In even your parents and all. Your birth helped your mom a lot. Now, what happened in 2015? Buddhan Dasa started in 2014. Mercury Dasa. Mercury is the owner of the 4th and the 7th house, which are positive houses, good houses. And they are the Kendra. They are part of this, the square, because Kendra in Sanskrit means square. But Mercury is one house away from the 4th house, in the 5th house, next to Surya and Ketu. Let's look at the degrees, how far apart they are. Mercury 29th in Ilium. Ilium, it's its own star. Surya is in Sani star, which is Pusham. And Ketu is also in Ilium. Right, so gradually from, okay, hang on, before that, where is Jupiter? 3 degrees. In Visakam. Visakam is its Guru's own star. So 2014 May onwards, gradually your downtime started. Gradually. 2014 April, May, April and...
In fact, the problem started, exact date is May 6th, 2013.
May 6th, yeah, May 6th.
Why I say that is not astrologically, but it is based on events in my life.
I see.
May 6th, 2013 is when the actual problem started. And then, as you rightly said, from 2014 onwards, the downfall started. Yes. And it has gone totally out of control now.
It spiraled deeper September 2016 to September 2017. You would understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
It just paralyzed you.
Yes.
You couldn't do anything. You couldn't ask for help. You couldn't secure bank loans. Government agencies were not helpful. You needed licenses to operate and all that. For example, nothing happened. Nothing moved. And Yes, so unfortunately that happened. There was a bit of positive growth in 2018 for about a few months. Then again, it just dashed down. And now you're in Ashtama Sani.
All of 2018,
Yes.
there were staggered income.
There was what, sorry?
Staggered income.
Staggered income. Yeah, yeah. So
All of 2018.
yeah, cyclical, ups and downs.
Ups and downs. So some months I used to get, some months I was not getting. But something was coming in.
Yes.
But 19 onwards, it
Mhm.
has stopped completely, gone to zero and minus.
I see. I see. That's unfortunate. And
This age, it is very difficult to even speak about these things.
it is true. Midlife people who are going through Ashtama Sani, the first thing Sani will hit is income. And because income is hit, naturally house number 2, because Sani sits in the 8th house, Ashtama Sani, looks at the 2nd house. 2nd house, first thing he'll hit on midlife people, income, job, business. Second thing he will hit is the speech, confidence of voice. Even when you are going for interview, even you yourself don't believe what you are saying.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you want to sell your product, your services. You yourself are not convicted to the idea.
Yes.
And because of that, you are losing clients, and it is a unfortunate thing. But Sani always does that for those midlife people, right? Before that, before Ashtama Sani, we may be living like kings with a false set of belief. You may think that you are the prince of your town, for example. I'm not saying anyone, and once Ashtama Sani hits, it just brings you down to your knees, right? And makes you rethink your life, rethink what you represent, who you are. Are you really that confident? Can you really make the sale? Right now, I am sure you would experience that your circle of friends, your acquaintance, who you feel are less skilled than you, who are getting a better deal, who are moving up. And now that in turn is eating up in your confidence, right? And like, how come that person can do it and I'm more qualified? I got the postgraduate and all in that, and why am I not doing that? Anyway, Ashtama Sani, it's doing its thing, 100% for you. And unfortunately, it is not going to. Okay, let's talk. Okay, we have been talking about the bad. Now, let's talk about the good. What is going to happen? After February, February 22nd, next year, February 22nd, 22, you would start earning a bit higher than now. Not to say that you're going to have savings or you're going to make a surplus profit. No. Money coming in, money going out will be equal, balanced, but you'll have a breathing space. And after February next year, towards the end of the year, you are still going through Ashtama Sani, but Sani is letting loose its grip. Right? It's still there, but it's not hitting you as hard. In January 2023, it is going to completely let you go. But for you to get back to your normal routine, it will be April 2023.
My God.
Yeah. So Sani is a slow moving planet. So when it has come, so even when we say Sani moved to Makara Raasi in January 2020, last year, January 2020, it moved to Makara Raasi. It didn't start its influence until April. April is when Mithuna Raasi natives felt the full force of it. Right? And it's like a choking effect. Even right now, I would say that you are more active at night than daytime. You are, even when the daytime, you are getting up later than normal, than your usual routine. you're a bit more sluggish in the day, and you have in your mind, in your feeling, there's something like a shadow that is following you in your head, and you can't think. You are thinking like Sani. Not to say you can't think. You are thinking like Sani in the sense that your thoughts are forming very slowly. You are never like this, looking at your chart with a very, very quick sense of Mercury, quick sense of communication. Flow is completely ruptured, and helped with Rahu itself, who is poisoning the flow. And yeah, and then the other subsequent things that I've told you. But again, the positive things, let's have a look. Right. Yours is one of those charts where you have to go complete Ashtama Sani period. And let's see what happens in January 2023. Jupiter, yes. January 5th, 2023. On that day itself, January 5th, 2023, you will feel a change. You will feel positive. You will feel better about yourself. Because Buddhan Dasa is happening from 2014, it started for you.
Yes.
Till 2031. So 17 years of Mercury. In the 17 years, of course, you got the Bhukti, the sub periods. And Savai is happening right now. Savai itself, well, for you,
moon.
for your Lugnam,
currently
is,
moon, right?
In 2022 October.
22. Okay.
October. So next year, Deepavali onwards, Mars sub period is kicking in. But Mars supposed to be helpful for your Lagna Lord, which is Guru, because your Lagnam is Meenam. The owner of Meenam is Guru. Guru is sitting on Savai, this one itself. But Savai is next to Rahu. But Savai is exalted, right? Ucham.
Yeah.
Next to Rahu. Rahu likes to be in Magaram. One of Rahu's favorite houses is Magaram, but he doesn't like Savai next to it. And let's look at proximity. Let's see the degree-wise, how close they are. Rahu is 21 degrees. Oh, yes. Mars is 27 degrees. Right, so they are very close to each other. But herein there is a positive thing. April 2023, you will make a substantial amount of money that is going to stay. Now, money is going to stay in your hand. You will have surplus. You will have savings. April 2023.
It will start, or by then?
By then, by January, you will have good news coming in. 23, not the 22, 23.
Okay.
So 23 January, you will start getting contracts, businesses, even like word of mouth, you know, marketing through friends, through acquaintances. That will kick in. In fact, right now it's just dry. There's nothing. Right now, the same friends who should be helping you, your acquaintance, they are telling, oh, this person, don't even bother going to. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is like that. You're in the blind spot.
Yes.
Right. So no help from friends, no help from family, acquaintance, people who are coming to you for advice. They are nowhere to be seen.
No.
You are just cast at a corner, in the dark corner.
What is happening is, from 2015 onwards, my life is like this. I don't know why 2015, but it is like this. And now people at home are losing patience. They're thinking that something is wrong with me, because it doesn't take 15 to 21 now. This guy hasn't been able to get a job or start a business. But in this 15 to 21, I tried 2 to 3 other businesses other than which I was in. and whatever little bit money I had, even that I have lost completely.
Mm.
But one thing you have to look into and tell me,
Mhm.
I have a house apartment on loan,
Yes.
bank EMI. That
Yes.
one somehow every month I am able to generate money to pay for that.
Mhm.
But there is no money to buy food, buy
Yes.
clothing, pay electricity, pay
Mhm.
mobile, pay internet. All that is happening on loan. Can you trust 5 years, 6 years I am on loan? And
Okay.
there is two great souls
Mhm.
which are paying and feeding me. And I hate to take money from there, but God is coming through them.
Yes. All right.
And my parents, of course, they are
Yes.
supporting.
Because fourth house is the house of Mercury, Midunam. Fourth house is where the moon is. Fourth house is mother. Ninth house is father. So fourth house is mother. The moon is mother and sitting there next to Venus. Moon and Venus, they are both feminine planets, feminine energy planets. So your Mithuna Raasi, lifelong people helping you, females. You don't have much of a masculine assistance. Your mother is going to be your lifelong support, your pillar. And I suppose you would want to know when you are going to repay her. I mean, how long is it that you are going to take help from her? You want to give her back. I think that is.
Yeah, because they have seen me in a different situation, different way of living before. They saw me rising and rising. And then they have seen me like this now. So every day I pray God that at least I should come back to that level in front of their eyes, if not more. At least I should reach back what I was there in 2009, if not more.
I understand.
At least in front of their eyes. I pray God every day like that, but it's been long time. And sometimes I myself wonder, is there something wrong with me? How come last 5-6 years I am not able to make anything?
Yes.
Find a proper source of income. That's not happened. Ashtama Sani is from 2020, but before that, 5 years. So something is wrong somewhere.
It is the Dasa Bhakti. Before Ashtama Sani, before Yeldra Sani or Sade Sati, Dasa Bhakti is the one that takes over and runs its course. Your Buddhan Dasa, which started in 2014 April, for 17 years till 2031. Buddhan, for the first half of your 17 years, Buddhan is not going to help you. All right. So what does it do? It has, for example, of your house or the property that you said, your apartment. If you were to sell it today, you will sell it at a loss or at the same price that you bought. Most likely at a loss. You are not going to make a single rupee profit. And Buddhan is the owner of that house, the fourth house of property, right? And it's a high-rise property because Mithuna Raasi is representative of air. We've got the 5 elements, right? So we've got fire, earth, air, water. Air, so that's why it is up, property which is high up. You have bought the right thing. In fact, that's the only thing that works for you in terms of investment and making money of investment. Property works for you. Unfortunately, from 2014 middle itself, right, when Mercury took over, it is next to the sun, next to Ketu, and with Rahu and Savai looking at it. Rahu and Savai, although Savai is the significator of property, because Savai is red in color, a Mars, and represents the brick that you construct things, buildings. Now, out of 17 years, first 8.5 for you is average or below average. Let me tell you when things will really kick up for you. 2023 October, that means in Deepavali time, 23, not next year, the year after, 23. Where you are right now, this conversation we are having, you will look back and you'll think, was I really this person? Everything will come back to you. You will make your parents proud. You will win the situation. You just have to hold on. I know it is difficult. I know Sani gives you challenges, doubts. Right? He is making you doubt. Am I really going to be successful ever again?
Yeah, because there is nothing in hand. And wherever I go, just for the sake of understanding the intensity, entire 2020 till now, from April 5th, April 5th to till now, I was just counting before coming to this discussion how many places I have applied for job.
All right.
I faced 887 rejections till now. And rejections are, some people said that I am aged. Some people told me that you're too overqualified for this job.
I see.
And very few told me that there's a huge gap. We don't consider business experience. These are the three main reasons. Out of 800 odd, some 30 people only gave me the feedback, because I write back to them asking for feedback. If they are not selecting me, then kindly give me a reason and tell me where I have to improve, so that in the next job search it will help me.
Yes.
Only some 20-30 people replied out of 887. And I have faced so much of rejection.
I see.
Business loss, though, forget. I'm not able to even convince one person to do business with.
Right.
And the last 3 months, I have just sat inside the house. I'm not doing anything, going nuts, not knowing what to do.
Right.
This is the intensity.
I can understand. And this is a very typical, I mean, believe it or not, typical Ashtama Sani native experience, what you're going through. Rejection, slowness, lost in the view of the public. That is one of the first things. Like you said, applying for job, 887 jobs.
Yes.
And all of them said no. Applications, and then they said no.
Yes.
Whereas on a regular non-Ashtama Sani time, you would have got a job by now, for sure. And you yourself know it.
Oh, that period is totally different.
Yes.
And if I talk about that now, it will be like a fairy tale, because when I was working with one of the multinationals, I was handpicked as one of the future 100 managers to lead the company. So they used to do this program called, they used to identify young people who are ready to transform into managers, and then they will groom them for all over Asia. They had selected 100 people like that. So I was one of them, and they had groomed me, thinking that in next 15-20 years, if I stay with the company, I'll be heading the company in that multinational. So, but in 2009, I decided I quit my job, and 10 I started a business. Till 2013-14, somehow it went on, but then the great fall started.
Yeah, I understand. Well, that is a very challenging time for someone who's supposed to be in the peak right now at your age.
Yes.
Yeah, you must be.
If I were to be in that place in that company.
Mhm.
Today, my salary in Indian rupees terms would have been not less than 60 lakhs.
Ah, I see.
Because when I quit my job, I was making 15 lakhs 15
Good.
years back.
I see. I
I had
see.
already reached that mid management level. I was the youngest manager chosen for an
Right.
operations at Asia level.
Ah,
And I was making around 15 lakhs in 2009.
okay. Wow, that is quite a drastic change from top to bottom now.
Yeah, it was like when the downfall started, first my vehicles disappeared,
Right.
then my business disappeared, then my fixed deposit disappeared, then insurance disappeared, then like every damn thing disappeared and
Mm-hmm.
came to zero.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is one thing no astrologer predicted.
Right.
Everybody predicted me going overseas, and I went.
I see.
Everybody predicted that I will rise up and do something. I will rise up in life and I will reach some position. That happened. But not a single soul told me that there is going to be a period like this and you have to be careful or you have to do this or you have to do that. Nothing. And best part is in this period from 2014 onwards till
Mm-hmm.
now, my parents have consulted lot many people, especially Nadi astrology and various people. Okay,
Yes.
all those things have not yet come true.
Hmm.
They kept saying that this will happen, that will happen. No, no, he will get some job. He will start earning something. Maybe they said to keep so old people. Even my younger brother, even he tried consulting few people to find out what is wrong with me. And this is one. But I perfectly know nothing is wrong with me. But then nobody will believe me that nothing is wrong.
Yes. Right. The simplest way to look at it is you are emanating a different energy now. That is just making people to just not look at you. You are again blind spot. Unfortunately, some blind spot can take years to actually get back to normal. Like I said, your Buddhan, your Mercury Dasa, when it started in April, May 2014, first 8.5 years, it's going to be challenging. And it is doing just that because also Mercury, where it is sitting, like I said, Rahu and Savai is looking. Also, Sani is looking at it. The three shadow planets looking at Mercury. That's why you also thought of going to studying postgraduate and all. You have not actually gotten anything. You are actually not doing it. But let's say what you're going to do in let's say Deepavali 2023
Mm,
onwards.
mm,
You would become a consultant for a government agency, and you are also targeting that way. You're also thinking
of course.
about lecturing,
Yes.
consulting. You
Yes.
are thinking about being the spokesperson for a government agency. There's some,
Yes.
they have like programs and all coming about, and you will make a good spokesman for it. Not now,
Mhm.
at that time.
Okay.
Again, right now you're on the blind spot. You can apply, but it's not going to go anywhere, and you're going to get frustrated at
And I
that
am
time.
over 50, so
Mm.
I don't think any government jobs I am eligible for. But it can be some political party. I don't know.
Political party. Well, yes, there is that influence as well.
Because
Sunny.
that's because government related and things related or general public related. I can only see that. I can't see a government job. I can get a government assignment only if I'm associated with some political
Correct, correct.
because job wise my age is gone.
Right. No, but consultancy is there, and
Yeah,
you have a
consultancy is possible. Yes,
yes,
consultancy is possible.
and yes, government political party. Yes, there is. let's say, in fact, that is not a bad idea because you have following capability, right? When you talk, you can easily gather 15,000, 20,000 people to follow what you're saying. And again, that will kick in only after 2023
2023.
Deepavali. From then on, from now until then, you will feel like everything is slow and nothing seems to be moving. And
How will my survival be? This
you
is
will,
something yeah,
yes.
because month after month, day after day, there are some expenditures which
Mhm.
I'm not able to meet.
Right.
So how that will be, or I should be dependent continuously on somebody? Somebody has been supporting me for last 4 5 years. Now that person has started, wondering and questioning how long he
Yes,
has to stand by me.
I
Of
understand.
course, my parents may want; they will support me as long as they are.
I understand.
But
Yes, very valid question. And let's look at this here. You
because
see,
except this apartment,
yes,
I don't have anything else to sell.
okay, okay. There is a good and a bad news to it. Okay.
Mm,
You have a Sani who is got the sight or drishti of Guru. So Sani has become very powerful. But
mm,
Sani becoming powerful, he will do Sani things more, which
mm,
is what? Challenges more,
mm,
heartache more, struggle more. He will give. He won't deny, he will delay. So
mm,
right now, what should take a regular average person half an hour to do something, you will take like 3 days
mm,
to
mm,
do the same thing because your mind is, first of all, is not even tuned to go and doing something, to doing
mm,
that thing. So once you do
mm,
it, you want to do it as slow as possible, and then you get the feedback which is not favorable, and then you get frustrated, and then you
mm,
let it go. Anyhow, so Guru, who has looked at Sunny, is going to increase the strength of Sunny, and now you're going through Ashtama Sani. So Sunny is going to give you depending or dependency on someone for your income. Till when? Till next year, October. So October seems to be a very successive thing. So this year, October, next year, and 2023, October. So next year, October is when you will get to sell your property for a profit. Next year,
okay.
October onwards. Until then, you will be able to pay for the installment. You will have money for that, like you said.
Mm,
But your own survival, your bill payment, month to month, food on the table, you have to rely on others. Sunny is the time that, like I said, he will give you the reality about other people and their feelings towards you,
mm,
their habits toward you. And also now he's made you in a way that you have to ask others for help,
mm,
right? So you are a very proud person, you are like a self-made man, and I've been like this. And now he's like, but the reality that Sunny shows you a reality that sometimes you have to rely on others for help. Sometimes you have to ask for help from people you don't even want to talk to.
no, that is very true because the person who is helping me,
Yeah.
I was not really helpful to him when he was in need.
Yes.
Okay, and that person is helping me now, and that pinches my heart.
Mm.
I don't
I,
want to take it from him. First, I want to do something to him before I take it from him because I realize what the mistake what I have done in the past. But my position now is not like that. And this
I,
is what is Shani is teaching a lesson to me. This is the lesson that he is showing me. That
yes.
is how I consider it as. I consider it as the baggage that I have come with. And as long as I make it peaceful for myself to pass through this period, I can be to certain extent same.
Right. And do you feel that the person who is helping you, despite you not helping him at that time, do you feel that the person is, how do I say it? I mean, obviously, he's a strong minded person to overlook what you did, right? And do you feel that he is going beyond what he should do for you?
I feel so because it's a very long time he's been supporting me. And this month, I don't know, very strongly, I'm getting a feeling in my heart that I should tell him to stop this magnanimity and this generosity towards me. And I should not be so selfish to draw things from him indefinitely. That
Mm,
is one thing which I am feeling very strong. The
mhm,
next thing is, if it stops, what will I do next?
of course.
So I am caught in this
Mm,
and I don't know. Every time when I see it comes still here, I should tell him
right.
because I feel that it's unfair for me to draw this magnanimity and generosity indefinitely like this. It's more than 13, 14 months he's been supporting.
Okay. There is, again, two parts to that story. One part is Sunny is also the significator of fairness, judgment,
Mm,
because he exalts in Libra, in Tulam, and we know the symbol of Tulam is Lady
yeah.
Justice holding the scale of fairness, right?
Mm,
If you can do that, you know it is not fair for your friend, obviously. Right? He is going beyond, and you feel you're on the taking end. Right? That's one
yes.
way to look at it. Another way is he's got a karma with you that he's paying back somehow. There, we can argue it that way also. But let's say your point of view is like you are just receiving, and now you feel you're making use of him, and you don't know whether you can repay him when the time comes. Now, if you can still act on the part of justice, fairness, Sunny likes that. Right? He likes that, and he welcomes that. Now, having said that, your Ashtama Sani is quite bad.
Yeah.
You will not be able to sustain um, income. The only way is if you shrink down your expenses further. I know
No,
you.
that way, whatever he is giving or he is supporting me
Mhm.
is only, to be very frank, uh, since 2015 onwards, our lifestyle has changed.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
We are living a life of minimalistic,
Hmm. Okay.
minimalism, whether it is eating or it is going out. For example, since 2015, we have not visited a restaurant.
I see.
Yeah, you can trust me on that. And since 2015, except cooking at home, we have done nothing else because we can't afford. And sometime back, due to power fluctuation, we lost TV and things like that. It is more than 2 years we don't have a television at home.
I see.
There was a power fluctuation. My fridge got went off. My television and my water filter, everything went off. So I chose which is more important. Fridge is more important. So I spent little money there, got it done. And water filter is more important to keep ourselves healthy. So that television, we said, is not important. So last 2 years we don't have television at home.
Right.
So like this, whatever he is supporting, I don't say that it is enough for our survival, but it is just helping us to survive. I
Right.
cannot reduce
Further.
beyond this.
Mm.
In fact, even our eating habits have changed at home, me and my wife.
Yes.
So my wife is also having some kind of Ashtami. Shani or something like that is going on for her.
She must be
So
going through 7.5 years, I think. Yeah. Anyway,
I
go
don't
on.
know, something like that.
Mhm.
So even she is an MBA and she is not getting a job. Best part is that, and whatever job she gets, it is the the most minimum salary that is exactly sufficient to pay for our housing EMI.
I see.
And this is something that is it introduced me since 2015 onwards.
Yeah.
Exactly that money only is coming.
Yes.
This guru is taking care of this property.
Yes.
That much I can tell you.
Mm. I
Yeah,
understand.
exactly. Money comes only for that.
All right. Mm. Okay.
So this horoscope doesn't throw up all this, or it does throw up. I don't know.
It is. It is doing all this for you. Very bad. Buddhan, Rahu is looking at it. Sava is looking at it. Sani is looking at it. On top of that, Ashtama Sani. For you, I'm just looking at your one. On the fifth house, your sense of creative energy, your sense of even your, in a way, we can say that your destiny, your belief in your life purpose is completely destroyed. You are in a, this is what I call people who are going through this to be in an autopilot mode, completely given up, let nature take its hold on me.
That's how I have just before I used to go to various this uh, discourses.
Astrologist. Hmm.
No, discourses and
Discourse, yeah.
ah. So there they used to say that you have to surrender to God. I never understood what that is, and now is the time. Maybe last 5 years, I have just said I have left everything to you. That's
Yes.
it. I don't plan anything further. I have just left it because I am not no nothing working.
Yes, I understand that. I can tell you this. Two things I can tell you. Despite a very, very positive Sunny, which is giving you negative results because Sunny is strong and Sunny himself is like a gangster. So a very strong gangster, what can he do? You know, he's going to do even more gangsterism, right? So on your chart, that is the case. But Sunny, despite his malefic nature, he gives you long life. You will live minimum 90 years,
My
right?
God.
Yes, minimum 90 years. Now, that's one thing. Of course, if you're going through 90 years of hardship, then you don't want to go that long. But let me tell you this 2031,
Hmm.
your life is going to change.
2031.
Yes.
Ketu Dasha.
Kedu Dasa. Kedu
Ketu Dasha.
Dasa is a Dasa where when Kedu kicks in for anybody,
Uh-huh.
it brings about a delta, a change. He pushes you forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going through a negative period for so long, he'll push you
Mm.
forward. If you're going through a positive time before that, he push you backwards. Ketu does
Okay.
that. He gives you the exact opposite of what you're experiencing.
Mm.
Your Ketu is sitting next to Mercury and
Mm.
Surya. Like I said, he is in the fifth house.
Mm.
And communication will come back on.
Mm-hmm.
Authority will be.
2031 means what I'll be. Now it is, what is the age? 60, 65 you are talking
Yeah.
about.
That is why I have seen people whose time becomes better when they are 75. Before that, from 30 up to 75, 45 years, absolutely no growth, nothing to look forward to. Challenge, I mean, not to say nothing to look forward to, they put in more effort than gaining the outcome,
Mm.
right? 2031 Ketu Dasa, I say that is going to be very nice for you. But before that
Mm-hmm.
itself, you will experience some growth. Like I said, 2023,
Mm.
Deepavali time, Rahu will make sure that you sell your property.
Oh,
Rahu will make sure you get into a job.
Job.
job. Because Rahu is in the 11th house, we survive. Rahu, 11th house is labham, profit. There will be profit. There
So
will be
not business.
business. And
Will
I
it
can
be
tell you,
business or job?
let's look at it. Which star is Rahu sitting on? Tiruvonam.
What are your thoughts, Rahu sitting in Tiruvonam?
Well, definitely he's sitting on the star owned by Sandiran. Tiruvonam is owned by Sandiran.
Shravan Nakshatram, no?
Sorry?
Shravana Nakshatram.
Shravanam is, yes.
Tiruvonam, yeah.
Yeah, Tiruvonam in Tamil.
Mm.
So Tiruvonam, again, twin star, right? Double, which is the same as your Rasi, Mithuna Raasi, twin, Gemini. It is interesting. Yours is a very interesting chart. Unfortunately, the middle, right in the middle where highest amount of growth should happen, is the highest amount of challenges is happening.
Correct.
Before and after the middle, very nice time. All right. So the one in the middle is the one that got a squeeze. So I'll
40
tell you,
to 50 is gone.
Yeah.
And 12 years, somewhere I keep following this Sadhguru from Isha. He keeps
Isha.
talking about this 12 years cycle. He says every 12 years there is some kind of change. And if you see this for me, this I wanted to ask you. 2010, what do you see in my chart?
2010.
Yeah.
Yep, Sani Dasa, Rahu Bhukti. I'm guessing you are meaning August, November, August, September. Or when? Middle of the year?
No, beginning.
Beginning?
Rahu, Saturn and Rahu.
Saturn, Rahu.
You know what happened? 2010, I almost lost 40 lakh rupees.
Okay.
And in 2011, I got it back. And again, whole of 2010 was struggle, running from pillar to post, struggling with. I had lump sumly put my money else, and then I got stuck with that. Finally, in 2011, I got it back, and my business also kicked in.
I see.
And after that,
sorry.
Yeah, after that, it went on well till 14, and from 14 down.
When you say 2011, you got it back.
Yes.
Was it beginning, middle, or end of
Beginning.
Suryandram. Okay.
And if you also see my chart, it is only in Shani Dasha I rose to heights. And it is in the same Shani Dasha I hit the bottom.
Oh, yes.
That is the only Dasha where I went up and came down, both.
Right. I can see what was happening. Yeah. So beginning half, very minimal effort. He was giving you a free ride, so to speak. After that, reality kicked in and he got into his mood and just brought you down to your knees. Yeah, that's what he does. I mean, you can only get into a car accident if you have a car. So he let you buy a car. So to buy a car, he has to give you a job. So he let you have a job. And it must be a well-paying, must be a sports car. So you need a very well-paying job. So high-ranking job. And then he'll squeeze. That's his style. Right? Something like that. But no other planet gives lessons like Sun. Right? In that way, I can tell you right now how you are thinking. You know now you know. Before this, you were guessing, but now you know there is something happening in this world, in your life, in everyone's life that you cannot account for. You don't know how to explain it. There's something happening, something controlling. we in the Vedic sciences call it karma, a very broad term. Now you know there is something like karma working itself up. It's giving you something. And the more you try and overcome it, the more it's pulling you back during Ashtama Sani, right? And it is very challenging. Number one thing is every challenge Sani gives you is to mentally exhaust you. You are just tired to even think about success, even to apply for another job. You must write the application form. You're just tired, right? And this is the reality of how, I mean, human life is all about success. Right? We want success, right? But Sani also shows equal side, that is failure, right? Also part of life. Failure, court cases, separation from family, losing stuff. During Ashtama Sani is the time you lose more than you gain anything. Right? You have lost the most now. And in fact, this year, 2021, is the worst year of your life.
Oh yeah, it is from itself.
Yeah.
It is, but one thing I have to definitely tell or give credit is from 15 onwards, the food on the table is promptly coming.
Yes.
Only thing is, yes, I can't buy clothes. I can't go for higher restaurants or cinema. This kind of stuff, it is not possible.
Yes.
Somehow food is coming on the table. Somehow money is coming to pay the EMI. So this within the house, Ashtadigbandan.
Yeah.
That's it. So from that perspective, if you see, yes, food is provided, shelter is provided. There ends the story. Food somebody is providing, shelter I am generating.
Yes. Okay. And you, on your chart, based on your chart, you are a person who enjoys fine dining, eating outside. Those days.
It was all there.
Yeah.
It's all now only in my memory.
In your memory.
Yes.
Sani.
I used to host. And people come from different countries on assignments to our office.
Yes.
I used to host parties for them. So because that was there as a head of the department, I had that facility to do.
Oh yeah, so you have a credit card and all that. Yeah.
And at home to all my relatives and things like once in a year or something like that, get together. So all this was there.
Yes.
Now it is all just a memory.
Right.
But you were interestingly telling one point that first 8.5 years it will be difficult in this Buddha Dasa.
Buddha Dasa, yeah.
Next 8.5 years, according to you, it will be good.
It's supposed to be 8.5 years. You are actually in the second half of your 8.5. Unfortunately, Ashtama Sani has happened. If Ashtama Sani didn't happen now, right now, you and I wouldn't be talking. You will be busy hosting a dinner party with somebody. Anyhow, that is how I know. Once Ashtama Sani moves away for you, end of next year, and give it another 3 more months. So April before it kicks in. That means Buddhan Dasa slowly coming. It is like a light turning itself back onto you. Right now, it's a darkness of Sani there. Buddhan has gone to the background. The good 8.5 has gone to the background. To come back, it'll take April, but then between April 23 till October 23, that time, you will feel much better. Confidence will be coming in. You will be able to speak better to clients, interviews. government agencies, banks.
Mm,
Right now, you are just when the morning calls 9:30, you think the bank is calling you, right? And you
mm,
don't even know how to talk. You just let it ring and all that. Yeah. At that time, you will daringly you will take an answer,
mm,
confidence,
mm,
and that's what we want. We want the confidence that you are in control of your life. You know what needs to happen. Right now, you yourself have got no idea what you need to do, right? And someone tells you a good piece of advice, you think that that doesn't apply to you, right? Because of the experience you had for so long, disappointments, negative outcomes, and all. I understand that.
No, people are continuously telling me of late, at least last 2 3 months, there is a lot of pressure inside the family also. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you try this? Why don't you do that? So people think that this guy
Mhm.
is just sitting doing nothing,
Yes.
but nothing is working actually. I'm doing all my effort. Somebody
Right.
told me that go to Sai Baba temple and sweep and mop there. That will get you Guru's grace. So that also I am doing.
Right.
And somebody told me go to this temple, go to that temple, especially Guru Sthala and that Brahma Sthala. All this Tamil Nadu, all temples they told.
Mm.
Everything somebody is sponsoring and I am going.
Mm. Right.
That is also happening.
I think I've also spoken in one of my other videos about remedies
Mhm.
for Ashtama Sani.
And of course, doing Dhanam and Dharmam, this I am doing very sincerely. And I in 2015 I attended a seminar hosted by Simplified Kundalini Yoga organization, and of course from 2015 onwards I am associated with Isha Foundation. So I've been doing a little bit of meditation and things like that, and keeping myself doing some small activities and things like that. So they told me that do more dhanam, that is going to help you. And since then till now, even now, every day, I ensure that I go on the street, find somebody, give at least 5 or 10 rupees to them, and I come back home. This one activity I'll do. If I have nothing to do going outside, I simply walk around and find somebody and give them 5 10 rupees and I come back.
Mhm. That's good. That is the best thing you
So
can do.
that is the only thing I can do right now. And before, to be very frank, when I started, I was thinking that something good will happen to me. But over a period of time, after seeing my life, after seeing people's life, after Corona and things like that, now I don't get that feeling. I feel that, okay, this 10 rupees is more valuable to that person than me. Let it work for him today. That is the mindset with which I am going out.
Right. I think you have understood a very, very crucial point, crucial lesson of Ashtama Sani that I know it's difficult to accept because you are the one going through it. When someone going through Ashtama Sani, and obviously they lost things, lost position in job, income, prestige, ego is tarnished. I understand all that. It is important to have all that to establish in this day and age. And once all of that is taken away, can you still operate in this world? That's one thing Sunny will teach. And the other thing he teaches is if you think that is important, look at someone far worse than you and see how they are going through life and what can you do for them, right? And yes, there is a lot of magnification because of Rahu. Rahu, or the head of a snake and all, he magnifies things. He makes your problem seem bigger than it is, right? What I mean by that is after Ashtama Sani, when we have this conversation again in 2023, and when we look back, you yourself, you're going to tell me during Ashtama Sani, your problem wasn't so bad. I mean, as compared to someone else that you know, right? But at this point of time, of course, the experience that you know 100% is your own experience. And you think that that is the greatest thing. And I can appreciate that. And that's how it should be. You have to find your own way out through Ashtama Sani. But Ashtama Sani, in terms of doing dhyanam, sadhana, meditation, I mean, I've been studying remedies for a long time, right? And what remedy that Sani likes and doesn't like.
Before you tell something, I just want to
Yes,
tell, just to know if my understanding is correct or not.
yes.
As people told me that do some meditation, do this, do that, and things like that. But what I have understood in this period is I stopped thinking about my situation,
Hmm.
just left it at the feet of God, and I'm just flowing. Every day is a new day. I get up with hope and I do my normal routines. I
Yeah,
don't push myself too much. I avoid interactions with too many people, and I avoid as much as riding as well,
hmm,
because if I have to go out, then I have to take out my vehicle, and
yes,
I do a lot of walking, and
okay,
reduced our meal to only 2 meals a day. It is almost 3 years now. Me and my wife both are having only 2 meals a day, just to ensure that we don't overshoot the budget and then make the other person feel bad,
yes,
whoever is supporting us. So if I am going this way, it is less pressurizing on me. And every day go out and find somebody. When I see them, I really feel sad for them. Mm, they are in much more need than me for this money which is sitting in my pocket. So I always said, be blessed by the divine. I give it to them and come back.
yes.
And trust me, many days I don't find people to give.
Mm,
I go 3, 4 times, still I don't find people. That day I'll be thinking, why, what is wrong?
yeah,
Why God is doing this to me?
okay. So your question is if that is helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. More than dhyanam, more than sadhana, more than meditation, helping another soul is
Mm,
beneficial for this time.
yes.
Because as I've researched and found out, karma can only happen when you rub shoulders or when you entangle with another person or another
Mm,
soul. You cannot create karma of your own because like maybe this afternoon maybe you thought of indulging in biryani, for example. You want to give yourself a treat and you ate biryani for lunch. Is that karma for you? Are you gaining good points? Not
no,
necessarily,
not
but if
necessarily.
you give biryani to someone who haven't eaten biryani for a year
Yeah.
and he was thinking about it on that day and you happen to do that, for example,
Mm,
he's going to bless you wholeheartedly, he or she. That has got karmic value,
mm,
right? And all our past deeds, if I mean, we Hindus, we believe in rebirth, right? And we say that, oh, because of this I've done in the past, now I'm paying a price for it. And all of that we are paying a price or the benefit that we're getting is all to do with other people, us and others that we have interacted, helped,
mm,
or uh, endangered them, or caused them stress always. So the only remedy is to help other people. Now you have done some damage to another person. Now you want to go and do dhyanam by yourself in the mountains in Himalayas. It's a yin and yang, direct contradiction to what it is supposed to
mm,
mean. That's why, and the best remedy, and even Sunny likes this, help someone who is handicapped, others who are handicapped, who are poor. There are families who the girl's supposed to get married, but they can't afford to buy sari or jewelry. Just buy simple things and help them. And for us to buy a 500 rupee sari, 1,000 rupee sari, for them they struggle, like and we understand that. We have seen it. I mean, this is not something that I'm just creating out of thin air,
mm.
right? For them, 500 rupees maybe is they have to save for 2 years worth of
Oh, yeah.
to come up with that. And for us, one biryani and one lunch is 500 rupees, for example, right? So there is a difference in what is lunch for us and what is lunch for them, so coming back to the point, more than sadhana, that anything, prayer that you're doing by yourself, lighting the lamp for Sunny, by yourself, for yourself. And obviously we are doing it because we want something good to happen, versus doing good for others at your own expense. Like you said, the 10 rupees is going to help the other person,
Yeah.
but you are losing it, and maybe you won't get to eat lunch on that day. But that is going to make a whole lot of difference for the other person.
Yes.
That is the best remedy, and you are actually helping the. So now the next question is there any record being kept?
No, the next question is actually I wanted to ask you is, I myself living on a social security.
Okay.
By somebody is helping me.
Yes.
And then in that I am going and doing this. Okay. And sometimes people wonder, okay, wow, what is this guy doing? He does all this and then he thinks that he doesn't have money. We
Okay.
give him money and he goes and gives away like this. Even that kind of comment I have got. But I still strongly feel that helping another human being is actually Annadanam is Pradhanam. That is what in Tamil we say.
Yes.
But unfortunately in Bangalore, if I provide food, people are asking me money. They say
Yeah.
they're unwilling to take food. They're telling instead of that, give me 10 rupees.
I see.
So this is what is going on in this. So I stopped doing that now. I simply go out and pay good, give 10 rupees to rack picker or somebody who's really aged and struggling. And you see a lot of these people on the street. I go in search of them, I give it to them, and I come back.
I see. I understand.
And when I start earning, I feel that I should, keep certain portion of my income to treat people like this.
Right.
But when I had so much coming in my life, those times I have not done much.
Yes.
So
Always the case for everyone.
this is one thing I want to tell everyone, whoever watches this video.
Yes.
This is a true life example.
That's a good point. It's a very good point.
This is
How
a
much
realization.
how much do you feel now at the middle of Ashtama Sani that you are connected to people, that there is some soul linkage? Before this, you were operating like an individual and you wanted to buy BMW, the property, and grow up in your career. Now, how do you feel?
No, I did not understand your question.
Now, do you feel that your interaction with others,
Mm.
your life meaning with others,
Mm.
has got some impact to what you're going through?
Uh, my interaction with people has reduced.
Okay.
It has reduced drastically. For me, in a day, interaction is only with my parents and my brother. And rest others, if they call me, I talk to them. Otherwise, I don't. That is point number one. Point number two is I keep it to myself more often. And for me, going out and, for example, every day walking out and finding somebody and giving it, that is giving more satisfaction to me than sitting and talking to people.
I understand.
So my interaction is zero, you can say.
Yeah. Okay.
I am only active on social media
Mm.
because I'm doing some small blogging and things like that.
Okay.
So that is carrying on. That keeps me busy. I keep blogging
Okay.
on my subject
Okay.
because I have a fear that if I stop doing that, then I may get lost completely. At least today, people are interacting to me on a professional platform. people whom I don't know, just
Yes.
for based on my blogs.
Okay.
So that's all, nothing much. And I tried doing lot many things. It's not happening. Now I have taken up to writing. Even that is going very slow
Yes.
because at times resources are not there. But
Right.
just 15 days back, my brother had taken my mother to one of the astrologers in Tamil Nadu. They're
Yes.
all worried about me, so they had gone there.
Yes.
And I don't know, he has given a totally different picture to them and sent. So I don't know. It is very confusing.
Yes.
He said that after this guru thing change, so things are going to drastically change for the better. That's what he is told.
I think he's right. Only thing maybe the
He's right.
timeline. The timeline maybe it's a bit off than what I told you.
Mhm.
Because I can say 2028 onwards, you will already know what to do with your life, and your life is going to go like a wave, headstrong, right? And that's when
28.
2028. Like I told you 2031 during Kedu. In Kedu itself, you will be in it, but 2028 August, you will know what needs to happen, like you say. Or I can see that there is following. So when you said political party, I would say more like maybe you would represent Isha in something, like an ambassador to go to to US or to South Africa, maybe once they have that. But something to do with a religious thing might be useful for you. You are also thinking of it, inclined to do that. Also government and all that. But like there is a following. Your life is split life, before and after. Now, once that happens, 2028 and all that, and you look back at this life up to this point, you will see that this life, this person is different. That life, that person is different. Two different persons living in one body in one lifetime. After that, it's just like all the actors we know who have gone to become chief ministers, right? So before that they were actors, and then they become chief ministers. And which is which is this person, right? They were very good like MGR, we know.
Oh, MGR is
MGR is really up there as an actor, as a chief minister.
yes, yeah.
So who
Very
is he?
well.
And you can't say he was a better actor than a chief minister. You can't. They are two persons in one body, in one life. Yours is like that. That is the
Oh,
short version of it, right? Now you know certain things about life, what it is. Like you just said, a very wonderful, beautiful thing you said. When you had money, you didn't give,
yeah.
right?
I didn't do much.
Yes.
I didn't help much. And every day I feel about that. There's
Right.
no point today feeling when I see people outside. I become very compassionate. I become very emotional. But then I tell myself that there is no point in doing this now because you did not do it when you had.
Right. Now, with this kind of understanding, you will actually make a good leader, political leader, spiritual entity leader, team lead, ambassador. And more important than leadership and following, you need the voice to carry it through. All will kick in one after the next, right? So it is coming. It is a lesson you have to go through, because if you were always getting things, you're living like a king, luxury life, eating in a hotel, lunch, dinner, and then you join a political party, we know what kind of a influence or what you're after. For example, not just you, I'm talking about
Yeah,
the majority.
yeah.
And those who have seen hardship, who have gone through hardship, and then you see someone who is struggling to pay for their school fees, pay for exams, then that is important and you want to help them. No one has to trigger you for it. You see
No.
it, you just want to do it, right?
I'm doing it right now itself, exactly. Whatever little bit possible.
Every negative experience of life, now I can tell you with certainty, dasa bhukti that happens, any negative dasa happens, the next one will be positive for that Lagna individual. So life is like a sine wave, up and down, right? No one is going to be up all the time. No one is going to be down all the time. So I've seen people who have completely given up hope on life. There's a turn will come. There's always a light. Right? And I told them that you're going to do this, do that, major things, wonderful things. Of course, they don't believe it because they are at the bottom, right? And
It's yeah. When you tell me 2023, I say, okay, it's a long time. How am I going to survive? So my mind immediately is going there. It is not concentrating on 23. Okay, when good time comes, anyway, things will be good. But now tell me how am I going to manage? So that is how the logical mind works. Then
yes,
immediately the other voice kicks in. No, you know things are like this. So you should know how to bite through this.
right.
So both these discussions happen in the mind.
Okay. Well, you are in the middle of your, or in the midst of your Ashtama Sani, in the middle, the height of the sine wave, the top.
Mm.
And Sani right now is in retrograde, going to go forward on the 12th of October, roughly a month away. Then he's going to push his full weight on you once again, right? In only one sense, he's going to make you even more slow in thought, in action. He's going to give you some knee pain, and he's going to make you walk slowly. Like you mentioned just now, you're walking everywhere. You have to walk slowly now. You try to walk quick, you go for a run and all, he's going to give you injury. Okay, and so mind is going to slow it down for you after October 12th. And then he's going to drag that through till, like I said, February 22, 22nd February 2022. So 2222, right?
Mm.
So
Mm.
easy to recall that.
Recover.
Right. So that time he will slowly start letting go. Give you some breathing space. Give you some savings, right? A bit more results in your life. Now results complete. You do 10 things, nothing is working out. All 10 is
No.
failure,
Yes.
right?
Nobody believes.
Yes.
If I tell that these are the areas that I tried, but it's not working, everybody thinks that he's doing nothing, sitting at home. And
And yeah, there is a label for you that people have given, right? Again, you're in the blind spot. Ashtama Sani is all about other people, including a job, including a business. All has to happen with someone else.
yeah,
When you go for a job interview, when I'm talking about a job, the interviewer is the one, the gatekeeper. You have to convince that person, right? That I am capable. You may be well capable. You are the exact match for the job. That time you will fumble your words. You do not know
exactly.
how to say, what to say. All right. Instead of supplier, you will go and say survivor, survivor management. Then like, what is survivor management? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But you actually meant supplier management. You will fumble at that time, right? Because second house, from the eighth house, Ashtama Sani, Sani is looking at second house, out of speech, eyesight
Out.
is a bit out, speech is a bit out, confidence is a bit out, right? And even the very the English word is the spryness in you, the vitality of your energy. It doesn't show. Others don't feel your exuberance. Let me just say that.
Mm.
Right now, the energy of Sunny is going through your spine. Shadow energy. You are exhibiting shadow energy.
Mm. Mm.
People just like, oh, if you're walking down the street, believe it or not, the other person actually see a shadow walking, something which is dark, a cloud of darkness is walking, from the corner of your eye, like, and they just avoid. That is what I mean, that you're in the blind spot. You gave your CV a pile of 50, 20, 100 CVs. Yours, they've got something that is not sitting well with them. That's Ashtama Sani. And it is frustrating. I know that very well. I know a lot of clients of mine this year who are Mithuna Raasi natives. And obviously, we are talking about yours because yours is the more prominent Ashtama Sani. So it is unfortunate that it's going through for you. But the fortunate thing is you only got months left. The worst part is from in terms of mindset, June this year till October, that 4 or 5 months.
This October?
Yeah.
We are in September. Next month you're talking about.
October. Then slowly, once it goes forward, for a while, he will pull you through. Then he will just let go. It's like, okay, you know what? I've done enough damage for this person. But come February onwards next year, you will start feeling the light. There is some light, some movement, some positive things, and slowly your life is coming back to your hand to control, to dictate.
I have one more question for you. What is keeping me so motivated in these difficult times? This is one question which all my cousins and relatives have asked. You are undergoing so much in life, but still we see you with a lot of motivation. Every day morning you come up with a smile. So sometimes I wonder it myself. My wife also sometimes, we are discussing this. I keep telling her every day morning I get up with a sense of hope.
Yes.
If Shani thing is so strong.
Okay. 2 parts to answer that question. Very good question, important question, and I hope everyone watching and tuning in, please pay attention to this. Sani is the Karagan or significator of challenges, boundaries, putting a boundary on you. That's why the whole world is put on a boundary, lockdown, because Sani has gone back to his own house, Magaram. And the last time this happened was 1987, 88, when the 87 crash happened. And the same thing, if you look at 87, 88, they had a vaccination passport at that time also. Now it's the same thing. Anyway, that's a different topic. For you, Sani is a significator of challenges, to delay things, right? To work 10 times harder than the next person. But also, like I said, long life, because Guru is looking at Sani. Whatever Guru looks at, he multiply it in a positive manner, right? Including Sani's negative and positive things. So having said that, Sani is making sure you are going to live through this period, right? He's not going to harm you or going to destroy you mentally. He's not going to do that. He needs to keep you through so that you have a long life later on. To have, all of this Ashtama Sani, Yaldra Sani, 8th house Dasa, 6th house Dasa, which we call the Dustana houses, 6, 8, and 12. They are designed for only one thing, to give you mental anguish, to believe that you are losing something, but mentally you are just thinking about it in your mind. Now Sani is making sure that he gives you challenges, but not so much to break you, right? Because Guru is looking, and Guru is the Lakna Lord. Guru and Sani, they are neutral to each other. They are not enemies. They are not friends. They don't mind each other, right? Sani is making sure you are all about lessons. In fact, I was about to tell you, I can tell you when you are going to go through spiritual life. deeply. You were talking about Isha and all that.
Mm.
If you really want to know, I can actually tell you when.
Yes, yes, please.
Right. 2027 May. You are somebody in the spiritual world, right? You will have leadership a role. That means you have people following you. Maybe you are a management in like maybe Isha, as you're fond of that. But again, most important for all this, even politics, uh, leadership role, and all, communication is important.
Communication.
Writing and speaking, both is Mercury, right? Mercury is now having Rahu's view, Mars view, its survives view, Sani's view, three shadow planets looking at it, completely ruptured, completely ruptured. But one good thing is everything in life, dasa bhukti, is cyclical. It cannot be dark for all time. It cannot be high for all time. You will flip it over. That's why I am telling you, 2027 May, spiritually, you are strong. You believe in spirituality. You have the power of persuasion with your words, with your writing, right? And you will help states in India, governments in India, right? Maybe they have some charitable funds. They want, oh, let me do this for you all, some spirituality thing, like 1 month of sadhana, whatever, a camp somewhere. You are very good in that, right? And you are going to go into that. Mercury, speech, ruptured, creativity. Fifth house is creativity, not just creativity of the mind. Anything you want to create, even creating a letter, an email, writing an email, no effect, no effect whatsoever. Right now, I mean, right now. At the time, it'll kick in. Right? Ashtama Sani is, for humans are the only ones who have the power of the word, besides any other animals or plants. Right? I mean, of course, animals have the signals they use and all, but words and the power to persuade others, Sani will take it away. But what is giving you strength to carry on is Sani himself. That is the weird thing. Sani, in Tamil, Sani Kodupar, Kedupar. He will destroy. Keduparum. Yes, correct.
Correct.
Right? And
same thing they tell to Rahu and Ketu also. Rahu
yes.
pol Kodupparillai, Ketu pol Kedupparillai.
Your Rahu it's a mixed thing for your Rahu. Maybe I'll just put it on to the screen here one more time for others to follow the Rasi chart.
Yeah.
Rahu likes that house. The Sani's house, Magaram, right? And he likes that house. Sani has got two houses, Kumbham and Magaram.
Yeah.
But Rahu prefers Magaram, anyway, Capricorn, right? Because that is a earth sign, but it's like earth, like a mountain. So Rahu likes things to change quickly. Lottery. Rahu is a significant of lottery.
Yeah, I was about to ask you this.
Yes. You can do lottery. Can, not right now.
Okay.
Right? When you can do lottery? 2034 April.
2034.
34. You can strike big, really big. Right? Now you can't. You must wait for Ketu to kick in. Your Ketu Dasa, 7 years, in fact, 2031 to 2038. That's one of the shorter, this one, period. But Ketu for you is a very, very interesting Ketu.
Is it?
It is again, Guru Partha Ketu. Guru is looking at Ketu, right? Rahu is looking at Ketu. Of course, Rahu, Ketu, they are opposite side. They don't look at each other. They're just one planet split into two. But Mars is looking at it. Mars is also masculine energy, amongst other things. And they are sitting in the Labam house, 11, looking at Ketu. Guru also looking there. And that's how I can tell you. And Ketu's star, let's see what the star it is sitting on. Ketu is on Ilium, Mercury star. Mercury himself is in Ilium. Yeah, definitely. Lottery, profit from speculation, forex, stock market, properties. It's good for you.
Okay, but that is much later.
Much later. Your challenge or your life, your meaning of your life, you know something now which you never learned before. You are going to apply it positively for the world. And the right timetable have to kick in for that. After Ashtama Sani is over, right, in 2023 January, so roughly April before it kicks in. Let's go back to the Dasa Bhukti charts. Yeah, so give it 6 months. In the 6 months, you will start getting, like I said, referrals by friends. Hey, you know, there's this role. I've already spoken to the guy, just apply for it. Now, all that linkages through contacts and all will kick in. After Deepavali time, you are well on your way to make back all that you have lost, including now you can give, at that time, you will give money for pocket money for your parents.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that plus couple of others who stood by me all these years. And
Yes.
I have to do something for that.
So again, thank you so much for the interview.
It's all my pleasure. It was wonderful talking to you after a very, very long time. After a few years, I am talking to somebody with open mind and open heart. To be very frank, it's where I'm not a person who shares my problem. I never trust, or I don't feel like. These are the two things people can't find out. If they meet me on the road, they just can't find out what I am undergoing in my life. I'm always like that. And after many years, I guess I had this in-depth discussion and worthwhile. And if this is going to help many more, I am willing to do whatever it takes. Let this be helpful to all the people. Let God bless them all with better understanding. Let them all get whatever they are seeking through this video. That's all I can tell.
That is very big-hearted of you to actually say that.
No, that's all, because as of today, nothing is, I don't have anything to give to anyone. Only words, some few good words, except that what is there with me. Nothing is there.
Words are very powerful by itself. Right? I am an advocate of words, and I can tell you what you have just said itself will compound and come back to you.
And the last thing before I forget,
yes,
your videos are really good, excellent.
Thank you.
And your articulation is superb, and layman can understand how the stuff works. So your couple of videos I saw, especially Ashtama Sani, both the videos I saw. You have spoken about that midpoint, and then you have spoken about the previous one.
Oh, yes.
Both are excellent. And then our overview, Ashtama Sani, that also I saw.
Yes.
A lot of point. In fact, many questions I had in my mind got cleared there itself.
I see. Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
But many questions also came up after seeing that. Why is this like this? Why is that like that? When he is saying like this, why is this happening to me? Then why did it start from 2015? This question was not there. But then this question cropped up.
Yes.
If these are Ashtama Sani things which I am undergoing, then why did it start from 2015? 15, and that was not there. So is there something else that we should be looking at?
Okay, yes. Obviously, yeah. Thank you for that feedback. Yeah, it was
Oh
nice to
no,
hear.
you are doing a great service. That much I can tell. There are so many people who may not be able to afford, and for them, this is a very good service from your side. God bless you. God bless you more with all this.
Thank
You
you so
reach
much.
out to more people.
Thank
Let
you,
more people benefit.
thank you. I am sure they will. If you have, then I'm sure that, I mean, that itself, it's a pleasure. You know, it's great joy for me that I've been able to help you and give you hope, at least, you know, that there is light coming.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So
Right.
obviously, people come to an astrologer when they're going through darkness.
Mm.
And we are one of the rare few who can get to see people at their lowest point. And it is with a very sensitive heart, actually, that I really have done all this for others. And I really hope that, as you say, many will benefit from all this. And
Sure. Because a person like me, if I am getting benefited like this, like me, there are many who
oh,
will
yes,
also get benefited. So that is the reason I thought over your this one, and I said, okay, if this is helpful to many, why not?
right,
Only thing is, I don't want my parents to listen to all this. That's all.
that's fine. Yes. Yep. So we understand the need for keeping things behind the sun veil, right? Obviously, we have blocked your face and we haven't mentioned your name or your birth details, so
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that is fine. But the words that you have spoken, which has got so much more weight for the others, as you said,
Thank
and that itself is a great service. And we will be in touch. And
you. Sure.
any questions that you may have, you can also write to me personally, and I can create another video and we can talk about it. For example, we spoke very, very briefly on ancestral
Oh
chart.
yeah, exactly. That is one subject I want to explore, and today I have not shared much about it because I have little more information on that which I got from somebody else. So I wanted to bounce it with you,
Yes.
and then I wanted you to compare it with my chart and see from where it is springing, or
Mhm.
is it springing something else. That is one area definitely I want to look at, because throughout this conversation I did not tell you that I don't have children. So
I kind of
at
gathered
least
that. Yes.
this should end with my generation, so that this curse doesn't carry on to others,
Mm.
if at all, if it is there in my family.
Right. That's fine. And we will go into that research. Uh, yeah, when the time comes, when the proper
Oh yeah,
question has been formed, then we will look
yeah.
into it. Other than that, I must sincerely thank you for staying on this long and answering the questions
Yes.
and patiently telling us about what you've been struggling through and continuing to struggle through even today. Unfortunately, I have to do the negative job of telling you it's going to prolong for a while more.
No, that is the right thing
Yeah.
to do, instead of giving false hopes.
Yes. Yes. So I guess I just prepare you for the
Another
times,
journey.
for the journey. But I
Inner
just want you
journey.
to know that astrologer should be your coach. You know.
Yeah.
So when you're falling down and all, we'll tell you, don't worry, just get up and go for it again and all that. So right. So that's the role that I'm happy to do. And when I tell you that good times are coming in such a date, rest assured, it is also coming. Because if I can tell negative things without, I mean, with conviction, rest assured, good things will also help happen with that much of accuracy and conviction of voice. Right. Right. So it is coming. Just hang in there, and all the best. And to all our viewers, all the best to you. If you are watching this, I'm of the mind that you are also going through Mithuna Raasi, Ashtama Sani. And so we have our client who was willing enough to tell you all the aspects of what can happen. Very transparent. So hope you had some knowledge and experience from this, and leave a comment below. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much, and thank you to our client.
Thank you.
All right, so you take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.